You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information.
We're live.
I said, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.
It is time for Happy Hour. It is the Man Cave Happy Hour, whiskey, cigars, spirits, and the stories that go along with it. I'm Jamie Flanagan.
I am Matt Fox.
And we are in the Man Cave. We are in my Man Cave, which is my deck.
Well, you know what? It's a big deck.
I got a big old deck. So we say that. we say that we record, a lot of times we'll do two in a row.
Yes.
And a lot of times it's easy to tell which one's the second one.
Because you are on a big deck.
Because we in the Man Cave.
Yes.
Today is just a taste.
Yes.
We're heading down a road. I think we're going to say hi to our friend Evan.
Hi. Oh, who's Evan?
Evan.
Oh, that Evan.
Williams.
Oh.
Mr. Williams. We're going to say hi to Evan Williams. But usually it's like the second round of whatever we're doing. And so it usually gets a little slap happy on episode number 2.
Yeah, that kind of happens.
So I was like, I'm showing off pictures of my cat earlier in the in-between here. Percy's here on the deck with us. But so the Man Cave Happy Hour, it's a podcast for everyone.
Hey, Jamie, can I share where folks can find the Man Cave Happy Hour?
Yeah, doing it at the top of the show is always better than at the bottom before we've lost them all.
So last night I asked you a question. I'm like, hey, can you please send me that text that you got from Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
Because I refired up our Instagram account.
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah. So what do we got on socials?
Yeah, so you can find us on Man Cave Happy Hour on Instagram.
Okay.
Man Cave HR on Twitter.
Yep.
Man Cave Happy Hour on Facebook. Wearingfunny.com as well. And then mancavehappyhour.com. So you can find us on every social media outlet there is out there except for Grindr.
No, yeah, that's my personal one. Yeah, that's my personal one.
Fair enough.
And my name on Grindr?
Analsex.com. What?
No.
Oh.
No, the Masked Avenger.
Oh.
No, I was trying to come up with...
I'm about to look that shit.
I was trying to come up with something that actually probably be pretty good for that site, I guess. I don't know.
Get a few followers, yeah.
All right, but Man Cave Happy Hour. It's Matt. Here's the premise on the Man Cave Happy Hour. If you just stumbled into this insanity,
yeah.
Matt and I are kind of novices,
but enthusiasts.
We like spirits, bourbons and whiskeys, but any spirit, right?
Yeah.
We got some gins. There's so much stuff we got to do. We got some gins we got to do. We got vodkas that we've done, and we're going to do more tequila, and so. But bourbon and whiskey we go to those more often than other things.
Yeah, we do.
And we like to learn. We like to go and talk to the distillers and talk to the brand reps and talk to aficionados and people who know what they're talking about and learn as we're heading through. So that's kind of the premise behind the Man Cave, is that we learn and then hopefully you pick something up along the way. And we stumble across interesting things. I stumble across interesting things.
What'd
Matt,
you stumble across?
You're glowing.
Am I?
You have a glow.
Okay. Please share. How am I glowing?
Or you would be after you drink this.
Okay.
Vodka made from contaminated grain from the Chernobyl site exists.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine? Talk about Chernobyl.
Do I live in Springfield?
We're about to get in the hot tub, and we're talking about Chernobyl. I
live in Springfield, USA, somewhere.
I know. It's somewhere. Blinky, the three-eyed fish, right? You should have seen this coming. On the heels of the success of HBO's hit show Chernobyl, scientists working in the area have developed a vodka made from grain and water from the contaminated exclusion zone.
Are you kidding?
So there's still today, there's an exclusion zone because Chernobyl was like such a shit show.
Yes.
It was
and they're still
so
trying
bad.
to build that monstrosity over it. Yes.
Yeah. Have you? I did not see that documentary.
It's great.
I know. It's on my list. I'm still working through Dave Chappelle and the other. Who's someone else came out with one today. I started watching one
Is that Bill Burr?
Bill Burr's.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like so unapologetic because it's culture and it's like Chappelle says, it's just open season on celebrities.
Yes.
He's like, I don't know what I did, but y'all tell me soon enough, you know? It's like, and Bill Burr's the same thing. It's like just everything. It was like he had to do that show overseas to be able to do it because people complain so much. But anyway, so that documentary, but with the popularity of that documentary, Chernobyl on HBO,
yes.
Scientists are working in the area, and those scientists, they're like, probably bored off their asses because there's probably a lot of just tapping on the glass of dials to make sure that they're still working, right?
Right.
So they got bored, and so they've developed a vodka made from the grain and water from the contaminated exclusion zone. There's still an exclusion zone there.
And people are drinking it.
Fuck. I don't know. Why would you? I don't know. You know, would I get a little Geiger counter? Beep, 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 beep.
Yep, throw an ice cube in there. It's great.
My ice cube's glowing. The team of researchers have been studying the exclusion zone and its recovery since the 1986 accident. They formed the Chernobyl Spirit Company to sell their product. Only one bottle has been created so far because the guy who made it melted. I added that second part because I couldn't read the rest of this. This is Did Steve just melt into the floor? Yeah, Steve just melted into the floor. Talk about melting your face with a drink, right? Wow. All right, but only one bottle's been created so far.
What's the rye bill on that?
yeah, and it was put into to the test at Bar Swift in London.
Okay.
Like their teeth ain't fucked up enough already.
Oh, stop that.
Did I go there?
Yeah, that was culturally insensitive.
That was culturally insensitive.
We like being culturally
It's my
insensitive.
favorite colony. I should be nicer to them.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
England.
Yeah.
My favorite colony. Okay. Too soon? Sorry. Okay. So it's in London. It's more of a grain spirit than a vodka. This is coming from the bartender there. It's more of a grain spirit than a vodka. It has a lot of fruity notes, and you can taste the rye. And this is the bartender there, Sam, at that bar that serves it. Professor James Smith, an environmental scientist from the University of Portsmouth, reassured news outlets that the vodka was indeed safe to drink. It's no more radioactive than any other vodka.
Okay.
One day, no vodka.
One day,
glowing. Yeah, the company plans to put the sale of the vodka to support the communities around the exclusion zone. So that's it. So they're selling that.
All right.
And then the article goes on, and I didn't read the rest of it. But that's cool. That some of the money from the thing is going to go help the families that were displaced.
Okay, so there is a cause.
Yeah, that's cool. It's kind of neat.
As long as there is a cause, and not just because they want to get water from the Chernobyl exclusion area. As long as there is a cause, fine.
That cracked me up. All right. So Evan Williams, right, is where we were going. But Evan Williams single barrel vintage. Matt, tell me about what we got ahead of us here.
So the proof on this is at actually 86.6.
86.6. Okay.
So where we started the evening, we're not going quite as heavy, right? So 86.6.
Yeah, last episode, it was Granddad 114.
Yes. So we're not going
stepping
as
down
to
86.6.
Yeah, I need to slow down.
Yeah,
but
brakes,
the color on it.
It's a weeknight.
That color, it looks amazing.
Even
in
the colors. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit darker, a little bit lighter than actually the
bottles talking to each other.
But Jamie, what you're going to get on this? It's going to be more of a normal thing that we usually get.
Come out and play. Can you tell this is the second episode? All right.
Always. So, but what you're going to get on this is going to be somewhat we've always tasted in the past. You're going to get some caramel out of that.
All right.
Right? But you're going to, and you always look for the pencil shavings.
Yeah.
Right? So you're
kooky, the kooky things they say you should taste.
So you might get some pencil shavings out of this one yourself.
You pour that. You
do
the damage yourself.
All right, fair enough. But I'll tell you that on the taste, you should get a little bit of honey.
Honey.
Some orange notes on there too.
Okay.
So on the nose itself, you should get that dark caramel, that sweet oak feel of the Evan Williams.
Okay, oak.
86.6.
All right. So caramel and oak.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the color,
it's a little bit lighter.
the color generally comes from the barrels and not.
No, the
other,
color does come from the barrels, from the char.
Yeah.
So based on the char of the barrel itself.
Oh yeah.
but you should get. It's going to be a very nominal. What you're probably used to as far as a whiskey goes.
So this is single barrel vintage.
Yes.
It said it was put into oak in 2011.
Yes.
So we're at 2019. But how
You
long
flip
did
it-
it
if you
stay
flip it
in
around,
the oak?
It was bottled in
Oh.
May of 2019.
Holy crap! All right, so it was a good 8 years.
Yes,
and
that's the thing.
520 to 520. Okay, so yeah, in at 520, out at 520.
Yep. And that was for 8 years. That was
So
put in.
8 years. All right, so 8 year pour here. That's not too shabby.
Yep.
That's a good life in the barrel.
Yeah.
It's the age statements are with the trouble people are having keeping things in stock. So age statements are fewer and further between. So
Yeah.
that's nice, and that's like written in pen. Did you write that in on there?
No, I did
on your
not,
way
but
over in the car.
The minimum age.
I want to
of
check your
this
Sharpie.
one,
Oh, I love this bottle number. What?
bottle number 777.
I'm playing the fucking lotto. That's
There
it.
you go. So
Lucky
but
number 7.
This is actually bottled for a minimum of 4 years, but they
Okay.
kept it in there for 8. More
Okay.
than twice the minimum.
All right.
So on the nose, like
on
I said,
a quick nose,
yes.
I get a sweet. But if I hang out on it, there's a lot more strength in it.
So do you like a quick nose or do you hang out a little bit?
I usually hang out to really absorb the nose, but I did just a quick nose, and there was like, as I pulled it away, I was like, oh, that was just a sweet on a quick nose.
Because every bourbon, every whiskey, it all knows it,
Yep.
But are you a quick noser or are you kind of going to linger around?
I usually linger for a
Do
while.
A couple of sniffs, look at the legs a little bit. I like to sniff it like 4 or 5 times before I actually taste it.
That's what she did.
People
I'm
deserve
sorry.
better than that.
This is the second show.
Yes, it is.
I cannot guarantee the quality.
But
the bourbon is.
I
going.
picked this one, and
Okay.
I was standing in
Is
the
your
aisle.
passcode 111 on that?
No. It is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 either.
Oh, Matt's phone locked up on him. He's trying to pull down information. I'm like, is your code 111? No, it's 1110.
Those that know
Is that your pin for your bank card too?
Those that know me know
What's
what
your
my pin is.
what's your soch? All right. Anyway, so all right. What the fuck?
What was I saying?
Are
What
we
was I
are we being
saying?
sponsored by LifeLock or what? All right, keep going.
What was I even saying?
I have no
as I was
idea.
standing in the aisle at
Okay.
Meijer. I was actually got this at Meijer.
Okay.
Because Meijer actually has come up with quite a selection of
Your grocery stores,
Yeah.
and your
They
grocery
came-
stores in Meijer and Lowe's,
Okay,
Walmart, not Walmart, but your grocery stores in Meijer.
the K. Rogers of the world. Yeah,
They're becoming honey holes.
a little bit.
They're doing barrel picks.
Yes.
There's a Kroger, which is a grocery store chain
The
here in Michigan.
single barrel vintage Evan Williams. I found at Meijer. I'm
Yeah.
standing there in the aisle.
They're becoming honey holes.
and
They're
there was a
becoming
young,
spots
there
to
was a
find
young
stuff.
guy standing there because I say young guy. He was probably in his 20s, but I still say young.
And
guy.
you said, "Do you like gladiator movies? Have you ever seen a grown man naked?" Sorry, I live my life
how
through
do you
movie
take
quotes
your-
and song lyrics.
How do you take your coffee?
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Like I take my women, cold and bitter.
fair enough. And me,
You?
black, like my.
All right. Anyway,
So
we're
young guy standing there, and he's just kind of looking at everything, and I'm pointing the Glenmorangie out. I'm pointing out the Ardbeg. I'm like, hey,
Been there,
we tried
done
that,
that, been
we've
there,
done that,
done
we
that.
talked
Yeah,
to
yeah.
that guy. He just had to experience it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you need to look at this, and I told him about the man cave.
Oh,
And-
okay, right on.
And I'm like, I don't know what to pick, and I'm having a tough.
was
time.
he a worker at the store, or was
no,
it just a
he
random
was just
person?
a random
you're-
guy standing there in the aisle,
Okay.
just looking at everything and confused and lost.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to help him.
I was trying to help him out a little bit. I'm
and
like,
we're like the blind leading the naked as far as this goes.
honestly, it was actually pretty funny. I'm like, I'm going to go with this because I've never had it before.
Sure.
And then I walked away and I turned around. Actually, as I kind of disappeared, I actually turned around and looked at him, and he's still lost. So I didn't help him at all.
No. I was like this show. All right.
Second show. All right, so
That's
give it a
All
shot.
right.
Give it a taste.
All right. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, my friend. Thank you. For me,
Because we had a heavier one. We were just drinking, so it's lighter than what we were drinking. So when I say it's light, it's because it was what we just had.
lighter as far as the proof goes, the
Right.
alcohol content, because this is at what 86.
Yeah, we should have flip flopped what we were drinking on
This
these
is
shows.
86.6.
but We're not that bright.
Yeah, and if you're on Facebook Live, good luck.
We're very dark.
Can't even see me. But this is for me, this is typical from what I'm used to tasting.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Don't get me wrong, but it's typical.
Yeah.
It's right. It's right on par with what you would expect from a bourbon.
Sure. Yeah.
No.
So, what was the price point on this Evan Williams 8-year-old single barrel vintage bourbon? He's pulling out his receipt.
You can't see it anyways.
Just gotta save that to write off your taxes.
This was at $29.99.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's comparable. It's $30. If you just want something, whatever.
This because I picked up. I was at a journalism overnight at a hotel, and I get a bunch of people who don't drink, and then they take it. And the first year I brought a bottle of Blanton's with me, and then they all grabbed it and mixed it with Diet Coke.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
And I'm like, you people. And so this year I was like, all right, how about some Evan Williams, motherfuckers? All right, so I bought an inexpensive bottle. It was like $9.99, $12.99, whatever it was. And I'm like, and then because I was just like, we were just partying it up, and it was like I wasn't sitting and savoring. We were just partying it up, and I wanted to have bourbon. I wanted to have a bourbon and mix. And because other people were going to be mixing it,
right?
So I was like, I'm like, I've never had their Evan Williams. I got it. I just killed the bottle, and this was June when we did this.
And it wasn't
I just killed
barrel.
the bottle.
It was
just a regular one,
right.
yeah. And it was fair, and it was great for a mixer.
Yeah.
But this is a step up. It is a step up. It's nicer.
It's what you would expect from a bourbon.
Or you're gonna
What do you get now?
Like flowers. I wouldn't say I'm getting flowers, not floral, but I'm getting not like baking flour, but a flower. I'm getting flour, and I'm trying to figure out what flower I'm smelling.
Ooh, okay.
Smell it again. What are you getting now that you've tasted it and you've been across your palate?
A flower?
Are you getting a floral at all?
Either my
I
nose.
am. So
you are okay.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out something in my yard here too. Maybe it's just something in my yard. But that's nice. All right, we're running out of juice here. So Kill, Marry, Screw.
I bought it. I already married it.
Yeah, I probably, there's so many to try. There's so many to do. I've tried it. I've done it. Been there, done there. I probably won't go here again.
You'll screw it then.
Yeah. Just out and about, maybe. Depending on what's on the bar. I mean, if it was this or,
right.
Just something really
I
shitty
gotcha.
I would do.
No.
So I wouldn't necessarily go here again. But I might do this as a step up from just the Evan Williams. If I was doing that, I wouldn't be offended if somebody took this and started mixing it up with the Diet Coke. That was like, oh Jesus, you people, you don't know what you're doing there. And, you don't stop them because that's the thing we learned, right? Drink your bourbon the way you want to drink your bourbon, and we're not going to judge.
Yeah, we always do it neat.
Out loud to your face. Afterwards, we're going to say all kinds of crap about you.
Right behind your back.
In front of you. Are you getting any ethanol in this?
I got a little bit of ethanol
I'm getting
in
a
this
little ethanol
one,
in this one, yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Jamie, this is a lot of fun. I hope the folks that are listening to this episode, number 30, whatever it may be, have enjoyed the past 30, whatever episodes so far.
That's it. Thanks for joining us on our journey.
Yes.
And please email us, right? Jamie@animaltalkradio.com. Or go to the website, mancavehappyhour.com, and there's a little form there to email in, say hey. Just say hey. Just say hey. Saw it, heard it. Better still, wherever you're listening to your podcast, leave a comment, right?
Yes.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the bell, whatever it is that people do. Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, we're on all of them. Yep. So wherever, and if you're like, oh, I didn't know I could listen to you on my other thing too. Yeah, we're probably on that other thing too. Part of the Podcast Detroit Network.
Yep.
We are the Podcast Detroit Network.
We're working on it.
Holy crap.
Yes.
Matt, we've grown up. We're opening a studio in Northville, Michigan. Podcast Detroit has studios in Royal Oak and downtown Detroit. And Matthew and I are opening 2 more studios over in Northville under the Podcast Detroit flag.
Yes.
So find us there, podcastdetroit.com, mancavehappyhour.com, Man Cave Happy Hour on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And Matt Fox is a beautiful human being.
Well, Jamie Flanagan came out more beautiful than I am, so.
All right, there you go. Man Cave Happy Hour, just a taste. Cheers.
Cheers.